This is what's left of the Russian occupation around Kherson. On the northern banks of the Dnipro River, vehicles and armour, some abandoned, others destroyed. Russian troops left their positions here, retreating south across the river in what Moscow called a tactical withdrawal. For Ukraine, crossing the Dnipro and pushing into Crimea is the next big hurdle. A major amphibious assault would be fraught with danger. But Ukrainian forces have, it seems, started, sending troops around the Russians' western flank onto an area known as the Kinburn Peninsula, a hook-shaped outcrop of land at the mouth of the Dnipro Estuary. Around 25 miles long and 6 miles wide, it's flat, with much of it covered in sand and salt marshes. At the far end is a thin 5-mile-long tail called the Kinburn Spit, and it's here that analysts believe Ukrainian troops, possibly special forces or marines, landed, using small boats to travel the 2.5 miles from the coastal town of Ochakiv to the peninsula.
So once they can secure the beachhead, and as it were, and start sort of positioning artillery this opposite side of the river, then you've got two situations that you will be able to do. One, you are protecting your flanks. You basically make it much harder for the Russians to actually push you again back on the opposite side of the river, right? So regain terrain for the Russians is going to be more complicated, because once you position artillery on the opposite side of the river, you have positioned yourself a sufficient amount, if you want, of protection for your forces to continue to go ahead, and making it much harder for the Russians to push back. The other thing is the peninsula geographically is positioned in a way that if you can put your artillery and coastal defenses in a way, you can push your coastal defenses further. And what you can do, you're protecting the main port and logistical, if you want, hubs that are necessary to continue to support the Ukrainians going down. But you're also creating on the flank a protection of Ukrainian forces from potential Russian retaliation from the maritime angle.
The Kinburn Peninsula was the most westerly mainland point the Russian troops took during the invasion, but the liberation of Kherson means they're now in range of Ukrainian guns. Satellite imagery reportedly shows Russian forces setting up defensive positions at the entrance to the peninsula to try and stop a Ukrainian breakout. This latest amphibious assault comes just a few weeks after Ukraine used drone boats to attack the Russian Black Sea Fleet in Sevastopol. Evidence, says Dr. Patalano, of how Kyiv is on the front foot.
And that suggests that denial activity is going from a reactive mode to an active mode, to an assertive mode, right? And so positioning yourself on the peninsula allows you to expand that option in a way that, even though the Russians have military and physical superiority, they now have to ask themselves a very important question. And that is, what is the minimum threshold of risk that is acceptable to us to try to prevent Ukrainians to keep coming at us? Kinburn makes that answer much more complicated to the Russians. We could very well be looking in a few months' time, looking back and saying this was the point in time where all things changed in a pretty much definitive fashion. Because this is, if they manage to secure a foothold on the opposite side of the river, I see no reason why they couldn't push the Russians out of Crimea altogether.
A media blackout means there's little news of what's actually happening on the peninsula, how far the Ukrainians have reached, and whether there's ongoing fighting. Before the war, this was a popular nature reserve, a place for day trips, holidays and hiking. Now this strip of land, fought over since the Crimean War nearly 2 centuries ago, finds itself at the centre of yet another bitter conflict. Simon Newton, Forces News. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.